everybody. Wow, so it's gonna take me a second. I literally took a nap for and just woke up and have a bunch of like messages and
Hey guys, just give it a minute. This is a
bunch of craziness going on.
This is a long video. It's taking a little bit to load in Canva. I'm gonna pause it and tell you guys what I found last night. I have not slept. I'm gonna stay in this today as long as I can. I found Ernie on Ziggy's panel, Dusty on Ziggy's panel, and a whole bunch of fuckery that needs to be heard. The video we are watching is from October, I believe, 2021. September. There's more. I'll have to go look. I'll look at the dates while we're watching of each video because I can't remember the names of each video, so I have to go search. But Dusty's going to tell us how she stumbled upon Summer's case. I found this one very interesting. I haven't had a chance to listen to all of them. I was like skipping through them to see what was good, what was not. So I figured what we're going to do is just let this play for a while so you guys can get a bigger context of what Dusty and her team did down in Tennessee, how she met them, where the team members were from. Pay attention. I find it funny that it's always Ziggy that brings these people out, right? Hysterical.
So looks like I have, let me go ahead and add, I'm having Dusty and her team on tonight, a few from her team. Looks like possibly 3 people. I thought it was supposed to be 2 others besides Dusty, but that's okay. Hey, Sherry, I sent you the link to the Discord. Hey, everybody. So, yeah, I guess we've ruffled a little bit of feathers over here.
Ziggy confirmed she had a Discord. I didn't know that. Weird.
But hey, you know, we're just trying to get to the truth. I don't see what the issue is. I know Candace did look so different, right? Let me go ahead and add Dusty on. Hey, Dusty, are you there?
I am here. Hi.
Hey, do you have 3 others coming on?
Yeah, probably maybe a couple more. I've got one that's going to be coming in late, and a couple of more, but it's
okay.
The majority.
I have Moon Chaser, Kelly, Gasky, and Kathy.
Yep,
that's how they wrote their names.
Yeah, Moon Chaser's going to be a couple of minutes late.
Well, it shows her already here. So, well, unless she's just not near her computer, they're already backstage waiting.
Yeah, she's waiting, but she's just said she's going to be a couple of minutes late, but she signed in there.
Oh, okay, cool. I guess there's 2 Kelly Gaskies. I don't know which one's right, but
I think it's just one.
Oh, there she goes. She dropped the one. Okay.
Yeah, cool. There you
go. Oh, Sweet Scotch Mo asked, how is Bart doing?
He's with a an adopted family now. I seen him, oh gosh, probably about 4 years ago. He's doing really good.
Yeah. Should I go ahead and add the rest of your team? Let's see. Yeah. Kathy.
I have Queen Bee coming in too. They just don't want to show their faces because we don't want the team to be compromised.
Yeah, they don't need to be. I see 2 Kellys. I have another Kelly. Kelly, are you there?
I want them compromised. Compromised from what? I want them all compromised right now. Every single one of them. I have a feeling I know who Moon Chaser is, and I'm waiting to hear the voice. I'll tell you if I'm right when I do. Hi, Lindsay Shea. Not happy right now. If this voice is who I think it is, oh, I remember somebody I spoke to at the beginning of this that went by the name Moon Chaser. I don't remember the 3. I just got to hear this voice. I'm not sure.
She shows her on screen, but then, oh, here's another Kelly. Hey, Kelly. Kelly, are you there?
His mic.
Kelly, are you there?
His mic. I see his mic is off there.
One of them are off, one of them are on, it shows. But anyways, I guess, well, they get that figured out. So they're one.
I'll pause it so it can load a minute so it'll quit doing that for a little bit. So we were talking about Mike the other day, who went searching with this lady, Dusty. People were curious about him. Well, here's where it starts coming out, because we're going to start looking.
So they're wanting to know. Well, they get that figured out. So they're wanting to know what sort of team you are, and I guess we can start by going like the basics of who you are, how you're connected with the Summerwell's case, and whoever.
Okay, this isn't working. We're going straight to Ziggy's. Give me 1 second here, guys. I'll find it the same way I found the other one. Actually, I should just be able to... Here it is.
Hey, attention everyone. I've been trying to catch the Pontiac Bandit for 8 years.
And about 10 years, I finally came out of my comfort zone a little bit and started working. Ago, he's doing really good. But I've been doing this for about 10 years. But I was born with my gift. And about 10 years, I finally came out of my comfort zone a little bit and started working cases on the side. This is the first time that I sort of left my comfort zone. And this is the first.
You absolutely could if you wanted to, Beverly, but I have one scrolling at the bottom. You see it? Permitted by copyright statute. But you could put one in my chat if you wanted to.
First time I left my comfort zone out like this, the way that I have, I wasn't planning on really even showing my face to anybody. I sort of just worked behind the scenes and try to give the information to people. But it turned such a wild turn. It's like everybody is out to get everybody. And so I had to come up here and sort of show my face and just work behind the scenes is what we do.
Yeah. And how did you get? Thank you, Ziggy Valero. How did you get started? You just started working on cases, trying to help, right?
Yeah, whenever I would get my visions and puzzle pieces, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. Whenever I don't claim to be psychic because that is the word necrochromy in the book, in the Bible. So and it's sort of labeled. So to me, it's a gift because I was born this way. So I get these visions, I have these feelings, and it's like puzzle pieces. And you don't get taken to the exact spot, but you get these pieces that lead you. And eventually these pieces sort of fall into place, what you're looking for or what's being shown to you. And it's like you have to follow the pieces to put the puzzle into place. So you don't get the whole story. You get images is really all that you get of what happened. I did put it up on my Facebook page at the very beginning.
Okay, let me add this disclaimer. Disobey. You may be new here. I've never seen your name before. I don't discriminate against anybody over here, even the psychics. Even though I don't quite believe everything of the psychics, especially the ones on YouTube. However, I'm nice to everybody. My problem is the ones that have involved themselves in Summer's case that were there the morning after Summer went missing or the day after. That's my problem. I remember a few videos that I cannot find for the life of me. Yeah, cotton candy. I'm on the hunt. These are the videos I'm on the hunt for. If anybody can find them and send me a link to them, I would be ever so grateful. Okay. The one is, it was at night. They were at a motel. They were trying to say there was child trafficking going in to the motel. Does anybody remember that? Then there's the one where they searched the Speedway. I need both of those videos and the date that they were made. If anybody can help me out with that, I would be grateful. All right.
I'm sorry. I was texting. Some of my people are they're changing their names around a little bit so that they're not being given away. But
That's understandable.
yeah. So whenever I put it up there, it was probably like about the day after, and I actually sent you the paper. Because I'm not really well known because I'm very conservative with my gift. People that are on my Facebook are, like my personal friends and people that have sort of came to me over the years whenever I do a reading or whenever I do something. And that's how I sort of collected my friends, my people, and a lot of them I've met personally, except from Tennessee. Now a couple of them from Tennessee, I've seen them, you know, on face chat and everything else, and I've met a couple of them, but
I want to know exactly who they are. Every single one of them. And I'm going to find out.
have not personally touched, met, hugged, or any of them, but they're good people. They've been very good people with me.
All right. So, when did you start working on the Summer Wells case?
About a day after. Supposedly she went missing on the 15th, and I believe it was the 17th or the 18th that I did a write up and a vision of what was shown to me, and I put it out there on my Facebook.
Mhm.
That is not what she said in the video from her channel that we watched the other day. That is not what she said. Already a story changed. This lady said she was boots on the ground the day after Summer went missing.
Let's see. Did you send that to me?
I did.
Or-
I did send that original post to you a couple of days ago.
Okay. As I say, I could post it if you wanted me to.
Yeah, that's fine. Because a lot of people don't know who I am or what I'm about. They just know what people, because my name has been out there now, they just know what people are saying about me, but they really don't know me personally on a personal level or what I've been through in my life.
No. Trying to see. Did you send it to me, or did I pull it up on Facebook?
I sent it to you.
Okay.
It was with the picture drawing as well. I sent you the.
Oh, I found it. Okay, I'll go ahead and pull that up if that's okay.
That's fine.
So,
My name's Greta. I am a singer. I used to have horrible performance anxiety.
hopefully you guys can see it. I know it's kind of small, but this was June 18th, where you're stating that the missing girl Summer in Tennessee. This is what I picked up and was shown. It's heartbreaking, but I do not feel the child will be found alive. I do not feel she just wandered off into the woods. I do feel this family holds very dark, disturbing secrets. I do feel this child was stalked and taken as a debt that was owed. I do feel a third party has taken her. I feel it was like a lumberjack woodsman that carves or works with trees. I was shown a blue barrel, the plastic one, 55-gallon one. Shown shown a dug hole in the ground and a piece of rotten plywood over it. I was shown unthinkable things done to this little girl. This woodsman has killed before, but lives off the grid, if that makes sense. I saw a cabin deep in the woods. I feel her underclothing will be found there. I saw a black, thick garbage bag. There's a heavy traveled cement bridge. She will be found partially submerged. Let's see. On the rock. I'm not an artist, but I tried to draw the face of who's shown to me who took her. The mother knows him. He has interaction with him. I don't feel the parents can keep a straight story because they just don't know Doug due to heavy drug use. My heart breaks for Summer. Her eyes tell an incredible, painful story of abuse. I hope this helps find her. A truck, older model, late 70s, 80s, pickup, two-tone, like maroon and cream color, maybe Chevy. Oh, that's kind of interesting that you mentioned a maroon truck.
Yeah, we did find that maroon truck.
Yeah, and you sent that to me too.
I did. I sent that to you.
So do you still believe this, that this is what happened to Summer?
I do. I believe that this is what has happened to Summer, and I think that the story has gotten bigger now, with what has happened to Summer. And I feel that, I was on, somebody was sort of on to me, watching me, what I was putting up there. There are other drawings as well that I had drawn, of a mountain and other places, and um, where we were taken through the vision and using a spirit box. It's called necrophonic. It's a pretty good box that you can use. You cannot just add words into this box to make the words up. So the box was giving us a whole bunch of words and everything else, and we just followed this box to some areas, and we
Yeah.
really
Oops, go ahead.
we weren't really getting the help that we needed, because not too many people believe in the gift, or whatever you call it. So they sort of look at you like you're not credible because you're not giving them facts. Eventually, I will be given facts, and they still don't even want to listen.
Yeah. I mean, this isn't just about, abilities. This is because you guys, like, this is why you have a team here, right? You've actually done investigating,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Like
Hmm.
boots on the ground. And actually, some of your team members have actually gone to Rogersville, right? Or
Yes, ma'am. Some of them live in Rogersville.
okay. So, let's see.
Sorry, I was chewing ice. Some of them live in Rogersville. Who are they, Dusty? Who are you talking to that lives in Rogersville?
I believe Candace sedated Summer often. She overly sedated her and she died. Dawn covered it up. So you do believe still that she was given for a debt?
I do. I believe that there was a debt owed, whether it be a drug debt or um, another type of debt. Um, but I do feel that there is something along that line why this baby has came up missing.
Is this the truck that you were talking about?
No, that is one of the trucks at another house.
Oh, okay.
It will be a maroon and
I
a
think I see.
maroon.
Yeah, I'll find. I remember now. Yeah, I was gonna just pull that truck up that you were
Yeah,
thinking that you.
that will be later.
Okay. So. Yeah, okay, that's a different truck. Okay, sorry. Anyways, so where do we want to start as far as, do you want to introduce your peeps, or do we want to just continue as far as, oh, here it is. Here's this truck.
Yes. Okay. Now, this truck was the day that we were scouting and we were looking when we finally got the hit out in Bulls Gap. This truck belonged to the maintenance guy that works out at Volunteer Racetrack. So this was Bulls Gap. That is Bulls Gap. Some of the evidence that we found out there that day, that we did our own little search out there. And this truck actually pulled up and was talking to one of my searchers that was out there.
That's
He
crazy.
gave us, yes. So we went ahead and we got a picture of that truck. That's the only truck that we have seen so far in this investigation, and it had to do with the Bulls Gap racetrack.
Oh, I see already. People are bringing up Predator Hunter Nation. Do you want to comment on that and your conversation with him?
I will leave that for Kathy because Kathy knows more than I do. And well, I mean, we know everything, but she's pretty upset by what they have done. So I will leave that for Kathy to speak on because I did not call Predator Hunter Nation.
Okay. Did she want her to talk on it now, or do you want to?
Miss Kathy, if you want to.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I am one that I messaged him first because I've seen what they've done in Newport. People are wanting to say that, they're not getting anybody arrested. It's not their fault. It's the Newport's police department for not arresting. But I contacted Ernie and told him that we were trying to get some people together to go and search for this beautiful baby.
Yeah.
Right? I don't care about this man's background. I don't care about anybody's background. Our main focus is to find Summer. That is the only thing. And I can honestly say that Ernie, Xander, and Tina, along with our other members, got out there on the foot, went places that I know that the Bull Scout there in the police department area didn't even set foot on. They went down steep embankments. They dug. They looked everywhere. And I have got pictures of where I had went before with some other members before Ernie got there on a different day, and photos of different things in different places where it would seem like she could have been. But Ernie and them busted their butt. Like I said, I ain't God, and they ain't a single one of us on this earth that is God. So I don't care if you judge, you got to answer for that. I'm not judging them on their past life. What they did, what they've not done, I don't care. All of us only care about Summer and finding her. And all of this rigmarole about, oh, he said, she said, oh, they done this, they done that, I think is total BS. The focus is on Summer herself. That's it. Not Dawn, not Candace, not David Dotson, but Summer. Sorry.
No, it's fine. We were just somebody just wanted to know your affiliation with Predator Hunter Nation, like if you guys were affiliated with them or not.
Right.
But
Dusty didn't call and beg them. I
many
did.
don't have
I
any
didn't beg them.
background
I
at all.
asked them, and they jumped.
Okay. Many don't have any background at all as far as who Dusty is and stuff, like I don't, except what I've been talking, except over the past couple days. So a lot of people don't know, like I don't know much about Predator Hunter Nation either, really. I just know that people, I just know that, something about racetrack or whatever, but you guys aren't affiliate, aren't working with him anymore, right? Okay.
No, I'm not with Predator Hunter Nation. None of us on our team is with them. Like I said, we got down there and searched beforehand. Then me and my husband had went down, and another team member. We were down there searching. We spent hours upon hours. We were given permission to go in at the racetrack and search. They did not care whatsoever. But before I contacted Ernie, and we were down there actually searching, then the people, that truck that you saw there in that picture, Then they were pulled up in front of us, facing us. As they were facing us, then they started getting a little bit closer and a little bit closer. And finally, they got up. They were so close to our vehicle that their grill was touching ours, our bumpers. And they made us back straight back out on a road and then wanted to know what we were doing. The comment was made by my husband flat out, we're just out looking, searching. Oh, searching for what? Just searching. This is exactly the conversation. And the man said, yeah, we heard about
You're cutting out a little bit, but
my husband. Heck, nobody here.
you're
Not on
Uh-oh.
their property, public property.
You were
So
cutting
then,
out really,
once
really
we
bad
got
there,
permission to
Coach
go
Secretary.
inside,
September. You didn't have to do that. Thank you. And take your time. Mwah. Peace and love. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I'm sorry. Once we got inside
good
the
now.
racetrack, we did get permission to look. And I'm going to be honest with you, I love Ernie and them to death, how they handled the situation while going live.
It sounds to me like she had a voice change during the interview. I don't know if it's her. I'm not going to accuse it of being her, but to me, it sounds a lot like her. And I'm going to compare the voices. We could do that at a later time because this live is long. And next time I cover this, I have another live that's 6 hours long. Because these people, every live they did back then was that long. All right. But it's okay if you disagree with me. It ain't an argument. But yes, they sound very similar.
And everything else. Did not know that was going to happen. I didn't like how it happened, but I don't run his team.
Yeah.
I don't run this team. We're all one. So, and if
All right.
anybody's got
I
any
just want
questions,
to
feel
say,
free to ask me.
okay. I want to say thank you to Alicia Mueller and Scooby Doo. Thank you so much. She mentioned the cat. She said that the cat is doing okay, doing good. She knew that she would be asked about the cat, but we're gonna be focusing on Summer Wells. I mean, maybe we can ask about that later, but yeah, she did say the cat is Bart is doing good. Thank you for Sharon Marie and CRP for becoming members. In the community tab, you can find the members only Discord link. And Alicia Willer asked, please ask Dusty about Candace bringing groceries to a motel and with Don with 3 different cops from different counties. I don't know. You want
We
to
will get there in a minute. It's
Okay.
there, but we will get there in a minute because I actually have put all this information out on my live. And a couple of them, said I need to get a YouTube channel. I do have one, but it's so little, and I tried, and I'm just not really in.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. We were just somebody just wanted to know your affiliation with Predator Hunter Nation, like if you guys were affiliated with them or not.
Right.
But
But Dusty didn't call and beg them. I
many
did.
don't have
I
any
didn't beg them.
background
I
at
asked them, and they jumped.
Okay.
Huh?
Many don't have any background at all as far as who Dusty is and stuff, you know, like I don't. Except, I mean, maybe we can ask about that later, but yeah, she did say the cat is Bart is doing good.
The easiest way to find out if you have a short-term disability clause in addition to your health insurance is to ask your HR.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the haters, guys. Like they think they don't.
Because we are about Summer. We're about bringing her home. We're about trying to find her. And that's what we have been doing since the beginning of this case. We will work 18 hours a day, sometimes 24 hours a day. If something comes in, we'll be up all night pulling information, just checking to see if.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get a good comparison of the voices, and I lost my place. We're fine. Let me see if hold on.
That's true, if we can verify it, whatever the case may be. So I think Bull's Gap is what really sort of put me on the map, and then also ended up putting me on the radar as well with TBI. We did.
I feel like I went too far. Hold on.
And
Yeah.
why we do talk about that there is a lot of corruption that is going on up there in East Tennessee.
But you guys aren't affiliate, you know, aren't working with him anymore,
Right.
right?
No, no, I'm not with Predator Hunter Nation. None of us on our team is with them. Like I said, we got down there and searched beforehand. Then me and my husband had went down, and another team member. We were down there searching. We spent
nobody has to do anything at all. So I was at her house. She was, she couldn't get it just figured out just right. So I created it. She picked out all the items. It's on there. Everything goes to her address. She gets everything that's on there. She picked it out. But I do want to say this as well. People are so hateful and so evil. There's going to be some that think this is fucking funny.
hours upon hours. We were given permission to go in at the racetrack and search. They did not care whatsoever. But before I contacted Ernie, and we were down there actually searching, then the people, that truck that you saw there in that picture, then they were pulled up in front of us, facing us. As they were facing us, then they started getting a little bit closer and a little bit closer. And finally they got up. They were so close to our vehicle that their grill was touching ours.
But it's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. Somebody hacked that Amazon account several different times. They removed.
Why? You know who did that?
I'm sorry, guys. I think it's her. That's my opinion. What do you guys think? Now that I'm back in chat, do you think it's her? Let me put the original live back on. We'll just continue where I left off since that's pretty much where we were. I think it's her. The name's Kathy with a C. She called Ernie? All right.
Our bumpers. And they made us back straight back out on a road and then wanted to know what we were doing. The comment was made by my husband flat out. We're just out looking, searching. Oh, searching for what? Just searching. This is exactly the conversation. And the man said, yeah, we
No, I think Dusty's team member that went searching and called Ernie with the name of Kathy with a C is Candace's friend, Kathy the friend. Sorry, September. That's what I meant. And no, I know Dusty isn't Jam. I've seen Jam. Not at all. All right. Hey, thank you all for being here. I didn't say hello to anybody, and there's so many now. Just thank you, Beverly, September, Crystal, Cotton Candy, Heather Lynn, Buck Wild and Free, Karen, Birdie, Gigi, and Nana for life, Lindsay, Shay, Crystal, Victoria. Hello, I didn't even see you in there. I apologize if I didn't pay attention to you guys. Only time will tell. Anybody else who's in here, thank you. Hi, Kiki Eyes. Yeah. Rude girl. I didn't mean to be. I just was like going through this and I heard just a little bit of it. I never expected to hear that voice, huh? I don't know. What do y'all think? Ziggy or Dusty? Both of y'all. Show this Kathy's face. Tell us who she is. She's a team member. Some from Tennessee. We got a problem now. Alrighty.
heard about.
You're cutting out a little bit, but
My husband today, heck, nobody here. You're not on their property, public property.
you
So
were cutting
then,
out really,
once
really
we
bad
got
there.
permission to go in,
In all honesty, I didn't wake up till like 4:30 yesterday. So I'm still good. It ain't been 24 hours yet. I actually got my second wind. I think the problem is I made like really strong coffee and didn't mean to. And then I drank the whole pot at night listening to different things and researching. And guys, let me get on here and say something too. I don't know if she's listening, but I owe Hattie an apology and a public apology. I posted something in my community post the other day. I removed her from my mod. It wasn't because of her that I removed her. Just me. Left me 2 messages, and I believe she removed them. But right after she removed my messages, she was in some chats with Scott H&M. I don't care if people go to chats or whatever. I don't know if it was games being played. I don't know if she removed them on purpose. I'm not accusing anybody of anything. It just scared me a little bit. I do have a little bit of paranoia here. And I should have trusted my friend more. So, Hattie, I owe you an apology and I love you. And I'm sorry if you thought that I was attacking you. It was more than less just to see a reaction. I trust you, chick. You're re-wrenched. Okay? All right. Back to this.
inside, I'm sorry. Once we got inside the
now.
racetrack, we did get permission to look. And I'm going to be honest with you. I love Ernie and them to death, how they handled the situation while going live and everything else. Did not know that was going to happen. I didn't like how it happened, but I don't run his team.
Yeah.
I don't run this team. We're all one. So, and if
All right,
anybody's got
I
any
just wanna
questions, feel
say-
free to ask me.
Okay. I want to say thank you to Alyssa Mueller and Scooby Doo. Thank you so much. She mentioned the cat. She said that the cat is doing okay, doing good. She knew that she would be asked about the cat, but we're gonna be focusing on Summer Wells. I mean, maybe we can ask about that later, but yeah, she did say the cat is Bart is doing good. Thank you for Sharon Marie and CRP for becoming members. In the community tab, you can find the members only Discord link. And Alicia Willer asked, please ask Dusty about Candace bringing groceries to a motel and with Don with 3 different cops from different counties. I don't know. You want
We
to
will get there in a minute. It's
Well, I guess we don't gotta find the video now because she's gonna tell us about it. Ernie is the biggest threat to whoever all this involved, so he was attached and messed with his life and well-being. Man, I want to know who this Kathy is. That's first and foremost, because there are times where she sounds different. But a majority of her voice, you got to remember, her phone's messed up. This is a woman, she doesn't want to show her face. She sat and wore a mask saying she had a disease when she was on camera several times without a mask prior. I have questions. She does need to be found. Alrighty.
there, but we will get there in a minute because I actually have put all this information out on my live. And a couple of them, said I need to get a YouTube channel. I do have one, but it's so little, and I tried, and I'm just not really into YouTube. This is the second time now that I've been up on your panel. So, I mean, all this information I've already put out, but I'm such a little person. I'm not a big person. So everything that I say tonight, I've actually already put this information out. And now it's going to go to a bigger audience. And with it being a bigger audience, hopefully it can fall into the right hands that can pull in the help that we need. Because whenever I talk and explain some of the things that we've been up against and some of the things that we've seen and given factual evidence about, you will see the spot that we are in. And why we do talk about that there is a lot of corruption that is going on up there in East Tennessee. And both with Summer Wells missing and with child trafficking, it's going to both go hand in hand.
Okay. So do you want to answer what took you to the racetrack, or are you wanting to?
What took us to the racetrack was, as I was explaining about the necrophonic spirit box, you cannot program words into this box. I am not familiar with Tennessee. I don't know your little counties up there in Tennessee. Well, at this time I didn't. I don't know roads. I really don't know anything about Tennessee. So this one particular night, because we were stumped at this rest area, we had already had a smell that was verified. It didn't smell right. It was not a good smell. And we were on this rest area for quite some time, and I wasn't getting any more hits. So I went up on live and I did do a spirit box. and the spirit box said Bull's Gap. And I've never heard that word come out of there. And some people that were on my live, they're like, oh, we know where that is at. That's in Tennessee. So I asked the box.
Can I ask you one thing, just for sake and for peace of mind? Can you show us Candace and make sure she's okay, just to see, just to, when we get voice and visual, just to see her, just to see she's okay. You look different. Where's your red hat at? It's over there on the dryer. Okay, thank you. Thank you for coming up. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Does she need the mask? Hello, you don't know me. She didn't look like she needed the mask there. Her teeth look fine.
A couple more questions, and it gave us mud tracks, and it gave us other ideas, and that's how we ended up at volunteer. That's how we ended up at the volunteer speedway in Bulls Gap, and then we had a couple of things that happened out there.
Okay.
Can you show us Candace and make sure she's okay, just to see, just to, when we get voice and visual, just to see her, just to see she's okay. You look different. Where's your red hat at? It's over there on the dryer. Okay, thank you. Thank you for coming up. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I was looking to see if she had false teeth. She wouldn't let us see her bottom, so I couldn't tell. Hello, act right, bitches. Yeah. I can't tell if her bottom teeth are dentures. Her top teeth don't look like dentures, but she has a crooked tooth. All right.
So where did you want to start as far as everything? Did you guys see, just side note, did you guys see Dr. Phil, the little commercial for
We did.
Wells?
Mm-hmm.
I just woke up from my nap before this, and I just saw it. So I don't know, is there a date on that yet, or is that?
I don't think it showed the date. I think
Yeah.
it just said something about November. I'm still holding to my ground that the mom knows she is the key that will blow this case open.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people say. Thank you, Ziggy Valero. Says you're the best, Ziggy. Ziggy, I love you and your channel. Thank you, and thank you, Bay Breeze. I've upset a lot of people. I guess they're trying to take me down, I guess. So I heard in the last within the last hour, Benny in that group.
I've upset quite a few people too. So.
Yeah. Dr. Phil this Monday, according to Mandy. That's wow. Alicia Wheeler says, I watched Dusty a lot, and there's a lot of info people should hear, and know Dusty had facts, and it will only help Summer's case.
Thank you, Alicia.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm not worried about the haters, guys. Like, they don't scare me. They might scare like some of my guests, but from coming on, I mean, they can try, but they're not going to scare me. Like, seriously, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just, I want to interview all sides. We have Dusty on, we've had, Dusty, Lynn, Jenna, just all kinds. You even had Dawn Wells on here. and I was completely fair to him. So I don't understand why, Benny and his crew got their panties up in a bunch, but I was completely fair to him. I don't know what they should be mad. They're mad at the wrong person. Oh, I don't know why the Nightbot's not on. Somebody text me about the Nightbot. So what incident should we start out with by your guys' experiences that you're willing to talk about?
Well, I think over at the Bulls Gap, there was a lot of miscommunication that had went on over there, and that's where my name got rocky and muddy, because everybody thought that I was affiliated with Predator Hunter Nation. I was not. I totally respected them, for them to come out at that bacon call. Now, like I said last night, what they did and how they did it, I mean, that's their style. That's what they do. That's that.
So Kathy here says she called Ernie, but Dusty says, no, that's not my style. Okay, weird. But she's your team member.
That's how they did it. We were not expecting, like Kathy said, we were not expecting how that turned out. And then it seemed like everything just sort of went downhill from there. But we continued working because we are about Summer. We're about bringing her home. We're about trying to find her. And that's what we have been doing since the beginning of this case. We will work 18 hours a day, sometimes 24 hours a day. If something comes in, we'll be up all night pulling information, just checking to see if that's true, if we can verify it, whatever the case may be. So I think Bulls Gap is what really sort of put me on the map, and then also ended up putting me on the radar as well with TBI. We did call in. There was a little tiny dog that was found out there in the spirit box. Came through and said that this dog was Summer's. It was the only toy that was out there. We did take that down, and it was turned in to the Greenville Police Department. There is a receipt.
You will never guess who's calling me right now. Well, no, you will guess, I'm sure. Would you like to take a guess, Dusty?
Could it be Dawn?
Yes.
I'll be.
He let it only ring once, and I'm not going to answer yet. You guys, I will. I mean, maybe later, but I don't know. Last night it kind of took over, and I don't know what you guys think. People are saying answer, but
it's pretty early for him.
Huh?
It's pretty early for him.
I know. He just called once and hung up, or let it ring once and hung up. So we'll see. We'll continue and see. I want to hear your guys' story, because we've talked to Dawn, and I just feel like I don't know if there's much more. I will answer here in a little bit for a second, but I'm not going to let it make it the whole show, because this is supposed to be about your guys' investigating, and we can answer for a second and see what happens if he calls again. But anyways, so you said what got you on the radar is the racetrack, and
correct.
And you think you ruffled some feathers with a law enforcement. Why do you believe that? Are you able to share that?
I'm going to share everything.
Okay. You're laughing.
Okay. Yeah, go for it, Dusty.
Well, what it had began is Kathy and her husband, they were getting threats because they were out there looking. People were trying to stop them from really looking, and they were on public property. It was near the track. It was on the outer skirts of the track, like back roads. And there were some things that were found. We tried to get TBI to collect them, but they wouldn't. So I believe Ernie collected them. I believe some of the stuff that we found that had some hair in it, blonde hair, it looked like a toy bin had been burnt. Something with kids' toys in it. It looked like it had been burnt on the side of the road. So we were not for sure because we don't know what is going on. We're just looking for a little girl. So Ernie went ahead and he collected that, or his team. They collected it. But on this one particular day that prompted us to try to find somebody that would go out there and search, that had the means, because we're so little, was my team members were walking down an area that was like a creek on the side of where the racetrack is. It's connected to the racetrack somehow. And they came across a smell. And if you've smelt decomp, you never lose that smell. And my one of my team members was so overwhelmed with the smell that she was just throwing up. We did call it in, and they would not come out,
Wow.
and let alone, we could not find anything. There was no carcass, animal carcass, and an animal carcass does smell different than what decomp smells like. So
I don't know this girl. I know she's still on YouTube. Opinion, I'm never going to do it, but if I ever had the opportunity, I would punch her right in her fucking face. As hard as I possibly could. They didn't find nothing, but we smelled decomp. Yeah. I'm on you like white on rice, lady. Yep. Apparently a woman named Kathy that sounds almost identical to Kathy the friend Golden. And hello, Virgo. Did I say hello? I meant to. Hello, Golden. Hello, Innocent. Those of you coming in.
we did call it in. They did not come out. They really didn't even care. I mean, set aside that it could have been summer. What if this was somebody's loved one out there in the woods that had passed away, a vagrant or a homeless man? When you smell the smell of decomp, you're going to want some.
They didn't find anything. There was nothing there. You probably smelt a bird, a lizard, whatever critters they have down in Tennessee.
Somebody to go out there and check it. It could have been anybody out there. That night, there was a big storm that rolled through that part in Bulls Gap. And I guess it was a pretty wild storm. So the next day, my team went back out there, searching for the smell and everything else. The smell was gone. And I actually put photos up of there was tracks that backed up to the area where that smell was. There was broken branches, and the smell was gone. So we don't know if we overlooked or did not see, but we called that in again, and they didn't care. So I put the photos up on Facebook, what we caught that day and everything else. And that's when Kathy reached out and made the phone call to Ernie. Look, we need help. We need somebody, that's able to search, because we're getting.
I'm not part of Predator Hunter Nation. We smelled death, decomposition. Couldn't think of the word. So we called Ernie. The police wouldn't do anything about it. So we called Ernie.
We're running into people that won't let us search. And then we feel that somebody is watching us. We thought that, Donnie Wells may be watching us because every time it seemed like he was a step ahead of us whenever we went out there. So I can backtrack a little bit to August 9th. We had just went out there to scout. We didn't have permission just yet, but we had went out there to scout. The track was open, wanted to see the area. That day at 3:30, Donald Wells was seen by another team member buying the bleach, Lysol, and 3 rolls of paper towel at 3:30. And my other team member had literally just left prior that racetrack area, and it's about 2 miles from the Dollar General where he was observed seen buying these items. TBI was called.
How long after Summer went missing did this happen? This is October 28th, 2021. They see Don Wills buying bleach. I believe it happened in September. I think that's what I seen. June, July, August, September. Dusty, can you tell me why Don would wait to clean up evidence 3 to 4 months? He's going to go in just on the day that you're there into a store, buy these items to clean up Summer's evidence because you're there months after Summer goes missing. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
They didn't care. They really did not care. So I screenshotted it and I put it up on my Facebook because this one particular person was sort of taking me on a remote. Go ahead.
Dusty, can I interrupt here?
Mm-hmm.
There's someone that posted on here that the police department did come out before Ernie and them. There was 20 of them. I will tell you flat, I called the police department. Okay. I had been out there on all these places that we were searching. Okay. The police department called me back and they were talking and they was like, well, can you send me what you've got? Of course. I sent him the pictures through my phone to him. Then after that happened, then he contacted me back. Listen, we really didn't find anything. We're still out here searching. I've got like 20 something people out here. Excuse me. So I'm sitting here talking to this man and he says, now exactly where did you see this barrier at? I'm telling him, this is on the left-hand side of the road, back behind bushes, that you have to literally break the limbs to get back there too. Or if you're short like me, duck them. So then within 20.
That's her. In my opinion, that is 100% Kathy the friend. What fuck shit games are you playing, Candace? Your friend brings Ernie to it. She's on the team with the psychics you're gun playing with. but you're still friends with her? She's carrying a box of your missing daughter's belongings? You're selling her Dawn's truck when he goes to jail and living with her. I hope you all get arrested.
20 seconds. I am not lying to you. Within 20 seconds, he was like, now you're saying here at this burn place. I was like, wait a minute. I thought you was right there at the barrier on the left-hand side of the road. Yeah, we were, but I'm over here at the burn. Mind you, this is probably more than 100 feet or more to cross the road and to go over in this field to where the burn area is. 20 seconds, this police officer made it from the barrier to that. There is no way. And he is telling me I don't see any items that's been burnt. Well, first of all, there was must have been a camper or something there. I don't know, a home. I don't know.
Dawn didn't even get arrested till Halloween. This was 2 days prior to that, Golden. He wasn't even arrested yet. They're saying they were there August 9th. We didn't know about no damn Kathy the friend August the 9th. Kathy the friend. Grab a link, bitch. No. But if you're paying attention, grab a link. It's time we talk. It's time you talk to YouTube with real questions, bitch. Oh, yeah. This is done. Ernie, you too. Candace, you know what? I ain't want parents on my panel. Come up here.
But it had burnt down. But different places around is little things that were burnt. There was a Bluetooth. Believe me, I almost got bit by a snake. If I'd known it there, I'd had a heart attack. There were not 20 plus police officers out there. A friend of mine who is a private investigator drove by there. No, there was 5 officers out there. And the man didn't even check where the barrier.
We had just went out there to scout. We didn't have
Go over in this field to where the burn area is. 20 seconds, this police officer made it from the barrier to that. There is no way. And he is telling me I don't see any items that's been burnt. Well, first of all, there was must have been a camper or something there. I don't know, a home. I don't know, but it had burnt down. But different places around is little things that were burnt. There was a Bluetooth. Believe me, I almost got bit by a snake. If I'd known it there, I'd had a heart attack. There were not 20 plus police officers out there. A friend of mine who is a private investigator.
I'm done. I'm about to just get off here right now because I'm so fucking pissed. Who's your friend that's a private investigator, Kathy? Who's your friend? Does this infuriate you guys? Like it does me right now? Ziggy, why is it you that bring these people out? That's what I want to know.
Drove by there. No, there was 5 officers out there. And the man didn't even check where the barrier was at. So I don't care who is, oh, they were 20 officers out there. No, and there was not. I have still got the pictures. And Ziggy, if you want me to send them to you, I'll show you everything that I sent to that officer. And he's telling me, no, this is not here. This is not there. So,
I'm using this time to edit some of those photos you sent me. Edit out people's faces and stuff in case, like, as far as with
Yeah, we want you to keep the faces out of there, so I don't give away any of the team members.
yeah. So, oh, thank you, Julie S, for becoming a member. Appreciate that. Yeah, if Don comes back, he's just, I mean, I text him and asked him what's going on. No response. He's never really he's never text back. I mean, I only talked to him within the last couple of days for the first time. So, but
oh,
what was that, Kathy?
and by the way, we went back. Me and my husband went back after them stating that they had been through there. No, we went back. Everything was still in the same position. No limbs broke, and the burnt stuff was still there, even in the area where I found a hair bow with hair in it and some other items that I turned over to Ernie. He would give it to the TBI. If he did, I don't know. He just said that he was. And that's how it came up, something about Dusty with the TBI and all this other. I had told Dusty because Ernie had told me that they had connections with the TBI. I relayed this message to Dusty. So Dusty had no idea, nor I, that they did or didn't. This is just what we were told.
Thank you, Barb and Julie S. Appreciate it. So I did get a message back from Dawn.
If I remember correctly, and I don't remember her part, but it was somebody named Shannon. Am I right?
Says, do you have Mary the evil stepsister on? I'd love to talk to her, says Dawn. So that's what his text message says. Do you have Mary the evil stepsister on? I'd love to talk to her. I said, no, it's Dusty and her team. Mary might be in the chat though. And he said, Summer's Nightmare, Jeannie and Mary. That's what he just now responded. After I just said it's Dusty and her team, Mary might be in the chat. He just says Summer's Nightmare, Jeannie and Mary. I'll just say, why do you say that?
Not Dusty, not the psychics. That he later goes on to go crazy. Okay, it might not have been Shannon. I don't know. I just remember the name around that time. And I know what picture you're talking about. But she asks Dawn something, and he says, oh, your worst nightmare, Jeannie and Mary or something. Not the psychics. Is it fake? Where's Summer, Dawn? Where's Summer, Candace?
Anyways, so is Bulls Gap the same? No, Bulls Gap's a different area. Is that the same time that you found those items that you sent me pictures of? Like the
No, that's a different different time.
Okay.
From the Bulls Gap and everything, we were drawing a blank. We didn't know where to go from there, and of course, you know, my name got slandered a little bit out there. My
I think she's talking about who's on the screen, September.
past got brought up, all kinds of stuff. And I was just trying to find Summer. That's all I was trying to do. And my team members as well. That's all we want to do. We want to find Summer. We want to bring her home. We want to give her justice, and we want her to.
Who? Heather? Let me go back. Huh? I'm lost. Everybody? Okay, I don't know what's going on here. This is crazy.
To rest in peace. So when all that, you know, blew up, and we noticed that Dawn was all over my page and everything, and that's where some of the text messages came in with Denise last night about how he's freaking out about zip ties that were collected and everything else. I did speak with Dawn. He came on a FaceTime with me, but I knew I needed to record him. Here in the state of Florida, it's a two-party state, so I could not record. So my team members up in Tennessee actually did the recording because it's a one-party state. So I recorded all the information, you know, that he was giving me, and it was the same talk that you got from him the other night. There wasn't really anything that he veered off from. It's the same story. They're sticking to it. And then, you know, he tried to question me a lot about God and the Bible and, you know, my belief, and trying to get me over to Seventh-day Adventist and all of that. And that's really all that talk was about. Look, if I can help change somebody, that's what I'm going to do. If that little bit of information about God and forgiveness, if that touches their heart and puts light into their heart to say, okay, we need to come clean, then, you know, I'm all for it, whatever the case may be.
Glitter Queen says, first, I just want to answer Barb Murray's question. She says, wow, you talked to him via text like Cher did. He has a Google voice number of mine. He does not have my real number, and that was just as of, the day before yesterday, he doesn't contact me during the day or anything like that. It's only been when I go live that he starts contacting me. No, I don't contact him like throughout the day, ask him how he's doing or anything like that. That's weird, and I don't plan on doing that. But he did respond. I said after he said that, I said after he said Summer's Nightmare and Jeannie and Mary, I said, oh, why did you say that? He said, because they're evil hoes. I said, and I didn't know what to say to that. So I just said, we saw the Dr. Phil commercial for you guys. He goes, yeah, oh, well, the world already hates us. So Glitter Queen asked, did the team take pics of Dawn in the store?
No, she did not have her camera with her, but she didn't have her phone on her. She just ran in for soda and a bag of Fritos, and she happened to see him at checking out, and she noticed what he was buying. He had already left by the time she got to her car, but she texted me right away that she saw him, told me what time and what he was buying, what he was wearing, and that's as far as the text went. We just found it odd that my scout was out there that day, you know, checking out the area and everything else. And that day he shows up at that Dollar General
Right.
at 3:30. So
Yeah, that is odd.
it made us question because that Dollar General is about an hour away from their home. So it did make us question, why is he there?
Yeah. Alicia Wheeler, thank you. She says, Summer still wore a headband, hair or not. Look at her pic on the billboard. Dawn? Oh, okay. She's saying that Summer still wore a headband, whether or not she had hair, which is true. Dawn has a no contact with Mary. Yeah, he's not. I mean, I don't know if it's actual real not judge order no contact. I don't know if Mary's in the chat and could say. I think it's probably just like lawyers telling them not to contact each other. I don't know, but yeah.
Dusty's still around on Facebook. She's reporting on Sebastian's case right now. I don't know what happened to her team. No clue, Golden. I'm just figuring it out with you guys.
I know that Mary won't probably talk to Dawn directly. But so do you want to talk about the incident at all? About I'm guessing you do because you brought out the hotel or
we will get in the meanwhile, with that blue coat and while we were waiting to get more information, we were scouting out some of the areas that were in the pictures where Summer last visited, like Warriors Park, Duck Pond, the Evil Tunnel is what they call it, pulling up information on it, what it's about, history, everything. And then one of the team members would go out there, and a couple of the team members had actually went out. Hey, enough. I've got 9 cats. I'm sorry. And they are running around like crazy right now. A couple of the team members had went out there and they were doing some searching at this evil tunnel, and they came.
I checked into it. She didn't say she passed away. Her son passed away. She has pictures and stuff. It was definitely her son.
Came across a bin that had dead chickens in this bin in plastic bags, and it smelled like rot. That is the same night that I got a phone call from Donnie Wells and Candace blowing up my phone. Hey, we found the blue bin at the end of our driveway.
You found what? What was that?
The blue bin. I'm going to rewind that a second. But Ziggy shared, she had a whole live stream for her son. I found that last night too. Like his picture was on it with angel wings and yeah.
I said, after he said Summer's Nightmare and Jeannie and Mary, I said, oh, why did you say that? He said, because they're evil hoes. I said, and I didn't know what to say to that. So I just said, we saw the Dr. Phil commercial for you guys. He goes, yeah, oh, well, the world already hates us. So Glitter Queen asked, did the team take pics of Dawn in the store?
No, she did not have her camera with her, but she didn't have her phone on her. She just ran in for soda and a bag of Fritos, and she happened to see him at checking out, and she noticed what he was buying. He had already left by the time she got to her car, but she texted me right away that she saw him and told me what time and what he was buying. what he was wearing, and that's as far as
I call bullshit on that. 100, 1 million, trillion, 1,000% bullshit. I don't believe that. No, she didn't have her phone on her, but she got back to her car. He left already. No way. You're welcome, Diana. Thank you for listening. No way.
the text went. We just found it odd that my scout was out there that day, checking out the area and everything else. And that day he shows up at that Dollar General
Right.
at 3:30. So
that is odd.
it made us question, because that Dollar General is about an hour away from their home. So it did make us question, why is he there?
Yeah. Alicia Wheeler, thank you. She says, Summer still wore a headband, hair or not. Look at her pic on the billboard. Dawn, oh, okay. She's saying that Summer still wore a headband, whether or not she had hair, which is true. Dawn has had no contact with Mary. Yeah, he's not. I mean, I don't know if it's actual real judge order no contact. I don't know if Mary's in the chat and could say. I think it's probably just like lawyers telling them not to contact each other. I don't know, but yeah, I know that Mary won't probably talk to Dawn directly. But so, do you want to talk about the incident at all? I'm guessing you do, because you brought out the hotel, or
we will get in the meanwhile, with that blue coat, and while we were waiting to get more information, we were scouting out some of the areas that were in the pictures where Summer last visited, like Warriors Park, Duck Pond. The Evil Tunnel is what they call it, pulling up information on it, what it's about, history, everything. And then one of the team members would go out there, and a couple of the team members had actually went out. Hey, enough. I've got 9 cats. I'm sorry.
I don't like her.
And they are running around like crazy right now. A couple of the team members had went out there, and they were doing some searching at this evil tunnel, and they came across a bin that had dead chickens in this bin in plastic bags, and it smelled like rot. That is the same night that I got a phone call from Donnie Wells and Candace blowing up my phone. Hey, we found the blue bin at the end of our driveway.
You found what? What was that?
The blue bin. The blue bin.
Oh,
at the end of the driveway.
Okay.
I did call him back, because he's like, you need to call me. So, and Candace left me a pretty rude message, like, you don't pick up your phone. But if you're not friends on Facebook and you're calling, say, in the spam folder or the not friend folder, I'm not going to hear you calling. So Dawn had actually called me. Whenever he called me, he and Candace, they were there, and we talked a little bit, and he was like, oh, hey, I found that blue bin. And on via chat, or like, I was face to face with him. He walked me over to this blue bin and had a baby doll in it. And it says, oh no, I'm just effing with you. With him and Candace then both had the most evil laugh when they showed me this. And to me, it was so morbid that
I sort of remember this. Can somebody give me more context into the baby doll being found in the bin? I didn't remember that it was Dusty. that was with, but why would Dawn have her phone number? Like, were they already talking? I swear, ask Diana. She was in here the other day when we watched the first video with her, and she said I was down there the next day. No, they don't, Crystal. Like, this is crazy to me right now. It's weird to go back and listen. We don't know for sure if that's Kathy, the friend, but it sounds like her and her name's spelled Kathy with a C. This is just insanity to me. I don't know if the Wells are guilty or not, but the more and more I look at this, it's like a movie, like a production. Like all these people passing secrets around. They all know each other. Oh, I called Ernie. Like you had his number in your back pocket. What the fuck? Whew. Okay, back to the video. The baby dolls were set up by somebody so Juanita would find. Well, it's not Juanita, Hattie. I think the whole world's been wrong about the Juanita thing. Dusty just described the whole story, stating that Dawn and Candace called her to go look at it. Let's go back and listen to that if that's okay with you guys. A minute here or so. We'll start there.
With that blue coat, and while we were waiting to get more information, we were scouting out some of the areas that were in the pictures where Summer last visited, like Warriors Park, Duck Pond, the Evil Tunnel is what they call it, pulling up information on it, what it's about, history, everything. And then one of the team members would go out there, and a couple of the team members had actually went out. Hey, enough. I've got 9 cats. I'm sorry. And they are running around like crazy right now. A couple of the team members had went out there and they were doing some searching at this evil tunnel, and they came across a bin that had dead chickens in this bin in plastic bags, and it smelled like rot. That is the same night that I got a phone call from Donnie Wells and Candace blowing up my phone. Hey, we found the blue bin at the end of her.
No contact. I don't know if Mary's in the chat.
And had a baby doll in it. And members had went out there, and I'm not going to hear you calling. So Dawn had actually called me. Whenever he called me, he and Candace, they were there, and we talked a little bit, and he was like, oh, hey, I found that blue bin. And on a via chat, or like, I was face to face with him. He walked me over to this blue bin and had a baby doll in it. And it says, oh no, I'm just effing with you. With him and Candace then both had the most evil laugh when they showed me this. And to me, it was so morbid that that's really a sick joke. We're out here every day, almost boots on the ground. We are looking for your baby. We are reaching out to people. We're reaching out to OUR. We're reaching out to John Walsh. I mean, Cappy has reached out to so many people, and for him to play this type of joke on somebody, you don't play that type of joke. And it was really morbid. And I did hear him the other night, apologize. Well, not really apologize about it, just say that he wasn't thinking whenever he did it. It was thought about whenever he did it. We did talk a little bit on that live that night for a little bit over an hour. Again, it was about God. I don't believe that's the night that I witnessed Candace slapping Donald.
Hey guys, when I get to the 2-hour mark, I'm going to jump off, but I'm going to come back in a couple hours because my granddaughter has her grandma who flew in from Texas coming, and I forgot. My daughter-in-law just came down and told me. I will be back in a couple hours, though, to finish this.
I know that there was another live that I had literally witnessed Candace come in probably about 2:30 in the morning, and it was getting pretty late in the evening. It was pretty late already. I had already been talking to him for a little bit, over an hour, and she had walked in and slapped him. I mean, like slapped the snot out of this man. And he had got up. He did not put his hands on her. But there was a lot of words going back and forth. Oh, you're going to jail. You're going to jail. No, you're going to jail. Who are you talking to? And he was like, oh, I'm talking to Dusty Albritton. Why are you talking to Dusty Albritton? She knows you're going to jail. And
Wow.
he came over, he apologized, and we said our goodbyes, and that was it.
Wow. So Candace said while you were on the phone that that Don's going to jail.
Yeah.
Basically. Wow.
That I know.
She slapped him for what reason? Let's go ahead, Kathy.
Yeah.
Who slapped Dawn? I missed it because I was talking to my daughter-in-law. Can someone tell me who slapped Dawn?
He said something then to that effect, because I think it was last night or night before last when he said something about his eardrum being busted. She had hit him hard because we were actually listening in.
He's calling again. What should I do?
And she told him, well, you're going to jail. And he said, I'm going to jail for what? That's exactly the way it was said.
Good. We're live right now, just so you know.
Right.
So I can't tell.
Should I just stop it now and come back in about an hour, since we're at the part where Dawn comes on so we can watch the whole thing? Give me like an hour or two. Yeah, the doll's head. He hit her. The eardrum. Dug Who, me? It was a whole bunch of dates. It was a whole bunch of, it didn't have nothing to do with that I don't think. That's not around the raceway, but there is cockfighting down there. All over. And just because it ain't in that area doesn't mean that people don't connect to other areas. Backwoods. Yay, I'm here. I'm here for a live today. I'm just about to get off, honey. I'm going to come back in a couple hours. I'm actually going to try to take a little nap while my grandmother's here visiting. She's my step-granddaughter. My son's been raising her. She's not his. She's half and half, and her dad's still involved, and the family still comes around, but the grandmother moved to Texas or something, And I forgot she was coming today, so I shouldn't have gone live. I was listening to this though and was like, oh my God, I gotta put this out now. During this time, yeah, Dawn called a bunch of creators during this time. He definitely did. Yep, the dog, Ziggy, going down there. This was when the marathon was revving up and ending and going on. Dawn got arrested. The hoax call. They contacted him first. I believe they did. I would believe that, Messenger or something. But it seems like they were down there playing games with Ernie, and Ernie was fighting with Cher. Do you guys remember all of that? Cher was fighting with Juanita. I'm wondering if Cher thought Juanita was Dusty. We're really going to have to go all the way through this. Yeah, but you know what, guys? I'm just going to go now, and I'll be back in a couple of hours. I'm going to take like an hour nap. 2 hours. I'm going to have my husband wake me up. So give me like 3 hours, because we'll come back and finish this, and then I don't know. We'll figure it out. I got to get back to this Benny stuff because that's important too. See, going back just this week, I think we found out Kathy, the friend, was in with the psychics. Benny hired the Hope Foundation. See what just a little bit of going back and listening to things can do? All the things we missed back then because it was unfolding. Well, you know what these dummies did? They recorded it all and they put it on YouTube for all of us to go back and listen to. And if they take it down and we can't find it, somebody usually has a clip. Those 2 videos I mentioned I can't find in the last 10 minutes of the marathon are the only 3 videos that I can't find. In my opinion, there's a reason for that. I'm sure somebody has them. I bet you Julie, whatever the hell her name is, MOC fam, I bet she got all of them. I don't think we're running out of hope, Innocent. Not yet. Go ahead, Backwoods. You go back to the beginning. Hattie says Juanita's a good person. Well, we're going to find out. I know it's been 3 years, Innocent. I just don't want to give up. I want to hope there's a reason for all of this and that it's money or something and that Summer's going to come out of this unscathed. Although I doubt it. It's very highly unlikely, but it's a hope. Yep, all about the green. Who was friends with Trixie? Dusty? Oh, you're asking me. I don't know. I don't know that any of them were friends with Trixie, but we should find out. Huh? I think you were asking me. I don't know. I don't know that Trixie's friends with any of them. We'll keep listening, though. Yeah, Golden. Lisa has her opinions. She covered Rose's case, and I don't know. I try to let everybody have their own opinions. I try to understand their opinion instead of attacking it. You know, I don't agree with her opinion, and she knows that. All right, guys, but I'm going to get off of here. I'll see you all in a couple hours. I just want to stop it now because Dawn gets on, and it's like a whole area we can go through, you know? Y'all know where Angie and the kids went? Hold on. All right, the grandma's here, guys, so I gotta go. All right, guys, let me go get this door. It's really chaotic here right now. I'm sorry. I apologize. I shouldn't have been. All right. I'll be back in a couple hours. Bye. Peace and love to all. Bye.